what's up YouTubers, it's me again, Brian, aka Gamer55551, and I am back with a video game review, and today I will be taking a look at Titanfall 2 for the PS4, also available on the Xbox One and PC as well. Now, most people who remember the original Titanfall remember it being a Xbox One exclusive when it originally came out. It was supposedly a multiplayer only type of a game though, okay? Now the truth is, I never played the original Titanfall 2. I mean the original Titanfall. Mostly because, one, I don't have an Xbox One, and even though it was released on PC, I'm not really a big PC gamer. Again, nothing against PC audiences or PC gamers in general though. PC just doesn't interest me as much though, alright? And two, I'm not big on multiplayer only games, okay? They can be fun. I mean, there are some fun multiplayer only games out there though. Splatoon was a fun one though, although that had also a single player mode as well though. But overall, I'm not big on games that just focus only on just multiplayer alone. I'm really big on the single player stuff, so it's those are probably the two big reasons why I never picked up the original Titanfall though. And while the game did well and sold very well though, it didn't sell it well in the way that I think some people have hoped for. And for those who don't remember, Titanfall was sort of advertised as the big game for the Xbox One, the reason you purchased an Xbox One though. And well, it may have done well, but it didn't do what it was supposed to do. It didn't become this savior for the Xbox One or anything like that. I mean, ultimately, Phil Spencer stepping in and really changing course, though, is what really helped save the Xbox One, though. It's not at the level as the PS4 is, but it's certainly doing way better than it was when it's launched, though. So, when it was announced that Titanfall 2 was going to come to the PS4, though, and the fact they were going to bring a single-player campaign, I thought about getting it, though, but I decided to wait a little bit to get it before I get it, though. And a lot of it has to do with I don't like a lot of the practices EA has done in the past, okay? We all remember the SimCity debacle, though. Some of us remember EA's, policy of, microtransactions. They're not the only companies, but they're certainly one of many that does it, though. And, of course, how they gave Nintendo fans the middle finger during the Wii U era as well. Some of that's on Nintendo, but some of that is on EA as well. It's one of many reasons why I do not pre-order from EA, though. Alright? But eventually, however, what changed my mind to pick it up was that Target was running a buy two, get the third one of equal or less value price for free at the time, and I figured, you know what? I'll take advantage of it and pick it up and try Titanfall 2 out. And I have to say, though, that after playing both the single player, most of the single player campaign, though, and a bit of the multiplayer, though, I have to say I'm a little bit I'm surprised by it because I actually came out enjoying the game, though, in a way, though. I won't call it the best FPS shooter out there, but it certainly is fun as hell, though, to enjoy. Alright, so we'll get started with the pros, and let's get started with that, though. The first one is a good single-player campaign. This is one area that Titanfall does what Call of Duty doesn't do. Outside of maybe, Black Ops 1 and 2, which had an interesting storyline in the campaign, though most of those campaigns are just, it's okay. It's just mostly like, it's just, just following a group and all that stuff. This I like because it feels like, it's you, though. I mean, it's Leonard, though, but what really makes it interesting is a lot of the platforming and the parkouring that you'll be doing in the game, though. And I also like the fact that the levels aren't set up as this level you play as a Titan, this level you play as a pilot. There are certain points in the game where you will play as the Titan, though, and playing as a Titan is surprisingly fun, though. I mean, unlike the pilot, Titan doesn't recharge its energy, so you have to find little health packs for it to recharge, though. But overall, I have to say the single-player campaign is surprisingly good. I mean, I wasn't expecting it for much, but it was surprisingly well designed and it's actually pretty fun, though. I will say the game is also very fast-paced, even on the single-player mode, though. I won't say not as fast paced as say Doom is, where Doom it's most like you gotta keep moving, you gotta keep moving, you gotta keep moving though. It's not on that same level, but still fast paced and still enjoyable though. The next one I will talk about is the multiplayer. Now, as I said before, I'm not big on multiplayer games though, okay? They're fun though, don't get me wrong, but I'm not hugely into it, and surprisingly, I enjoyed this one. Again, like the single player, I enjoyed the parkouring in the game, you know, moving around, you know, wall running, and, you know, the double jump. I also enjoy how they mix the Titan into the mix, and some of the gameplay I've enjoyed as well. Bounty Hunter, I have to say, is a good one as well, where you kill your opponents for cash, though. Ascension, I think that's one of them, though. I'm not 100% sure. I think I may have some footage of it, though. You know, classic, that kind of multiplayer is fun. And, of course, the one that is Titan only, which is sort of like, I think they're like 6 rounds and all. You play in your, you fight the other side in your Titans, though. But there are plenty of options to choose from, though. But overall, it is definitely a fun multiplayer, and one I might go back a little bit more, though. I mean, again, not huge on multiplayer, but still very fun multiplayer mode, though. And finally, last but not least, and I gotta give props to Respawn Entertainment and even EA as well. And again, I'll have a link in the description. There's some stories you could read that's part of this, is that for now, there's no season pass or microtransaction, though, alright? And to me, that's a good thing, though, because in a day and age where a lot of developers get greedy a lot, especially if they have games that focus specifically on multiplayer, they find, you can't help but feel they find a way to squeeze out, you know, microtransactions, and, you know, DLCs at the most outrageous price. So I applaud Respawn, and yes, even EA as well, for now, at least for now. We don't know how it is going to be in the future, though. I mean, it could be what happened with Destiny, where they decided to eventually add microtransaction in it. So who knows right now? But at this moment, though, there's no season pass or microtransaction, and I applaud them for taking the route very similar to what Nintendo took with Splatoon, though, which is offer content and free updates and free content to their game, and I think that's really good, and I have to applaud Respawn and EA for doing that, though. Alright, again, don't know if that will change down the road, but hopefully it doesn't, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. Alright, okay, so we're going to take a quick little break, and when we come back, I will tell you the cons, but in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoy some of the gameplay footage. I have some single player mode, some from the campaign, and even some of me playing the multiplayer mode, though. Now, keep in mind, as I've said this before and I say it again, though, multiplayer mode is not my thing, so I might not be 100% great at it, though, okay? I mean, I'm okay. I think I'm okay, though, but it's not 100% perfect. But either way, here are some single player footage and some multiplayer footage. So, hope you guys enjoy the footage, and we'll be right back with the cons.
Power low. Insufficient power. Power low. Insufficient power. Insufficient power.
This is Captain Cole of the 3rd Militia Grenadiers to any militia survivors. We are relocating to the IMC beacon at map grid 772981. Anyone copy?
This is Sergeant Ezo from the 2nd Militia Fusiliers. We read your call.
This is General Marder of the Interstellar Manufacturing Corporation. You're in violation of sovereign law. I'm offering you a brief amnesty. Surrender yourself to an IMC officer or force. If you refuse, you will be eliminated.
We work for the IMC, not Blisk or his mercenaries.
We work for whoever the IMC say we do.
What are you trying to get? Medal?
I don't care who's getting it. Blisk getting perks, General Marder. Us grunts get paid the same either way. All that matters is that thing in the mountains goes online as scheduled. You think it's true?
Texas ain't bad.
Do I look like a bloody anorak to you, mate? But if it is true, then the militia are gonna have a very bad day. You know what I mean?
We work for the IMC, not Blisk or his mercenaries.
We work for whoever the IMC say we do.
What are you trying to get? Medal?
I don't care who's giving the orders. Blisk getting perks, General Marder. Us grunts get paid the same either way. All that matters is that thing in the mountains goes online as scheduled. I think it's true. Texas ain't bad. Do I look like a bloody anorak to you? But if it is true, then the militia are gonna have a very bad day. You know what I mean?
To any militia forces in the region, you are advised to discard any weapons and surrender immediately. Do
What's this? There's the militia pilot!
1214, hostile spotted. We're under. Hostile in the area. Pipeline, watch your angles.
1214! Contact! We are under attack!
Hot stop, throwing frag grenade.
Do I have back?
militia personnel. I must remind you that you are on the planet Titanfall. This is an IMC-controlled planet, but there are many wild creatures outside the bounds of our installations. We cannot control the wild. Turn your weapons in, and we will ensure your personal safety as a prisoner.
Vanguard-class Titan.
These things are rare. We should sell it.
No bloody way. Those weren't Blisk's orders.
That guy doesn't scare me. None of those mercenaries do.
Sure, you say that now. Just wait till they got a gun to your head.
General Marder better be planning.
Got a visual! Pilot!
Power low. Insufficient power. Power low. Insufficient power. Power at 2/3. Data core reinitialized. Ocular system online. Adjusting focus. Are you all right, pilot?
I think so. Wait, did you just call me pilot?
Yes. The late Captain Lastimosa gave you the provisional rank of acting pilot. Congratulations on your promotion. You may call me BT.
BT. Got it.
My systems are rebooting, but a third battery will accelerate the process. I will remain here. Until I am mobile, I will assist you through your helmet radio when possible.
To all militia personnel, the IMC will grant safe passage back to the Angel City Penitentiary to all who surrender. It would be wise to turn yourselves in to any IMC search teams immediately.
Pilot, I advise against turning yourself over to the IMC. Voice pattern analysis indicates they are lying.
Don't worry, BT. I'm not going anywhere.
Understood, but I do recommend you move. IMC salvage teams are not far away.
I mean, I'm not leaving you.
It is a common requirement for pilots to maneuver in situations without a linked Titan.
Raptor 3, we're taking heavy hits. The IMC have us surrounded. For any malicious survivors, if you can hear this, don't go to the reclamation facility. I repeat, stay away from the reclamation facility. Open fire! Open fire!
Lieutenant, do you know about Cuban Bliss? I hear he used to be IMC. He's in charge of these Apex Predators. Top shelf mercenaries only. Surprised you've never heard of it. Not a bad gig. Maybe I'll become a mercenary.
Pilot, my mapping systems have been restored. The ambush of the 9th Militia Fleet has landed us far off course from our original destination. We are located in hostile territory. Be careful, we cannot stay here long.
You think we can survive through this, BT?
We have no other options. We will have to improvise and adapt if we wish to survive.
How long did you serve with Lastimosa?
Captain Lastimosa linked with me 973 days ago.
That's longer than any relationship I've had.
Noted.
We know there are militia survivors out there. We will find you and we will track you down one by one. I ask you to come out hiding while you still can. We have IMC search teams everywhere. To resist capture, you will be branded as outlaw. You will have no choice.
pilot. Your suit has an emergency cloaking ability. This can help you survive dangerous situations.
Target spotted. 25 meters. Target lost. Lost visual.
Pilot field division lost. I got eyes on pilot.
Keep in track. You will not get away. Do we have a visual? A visual! Not over here. Stay alert. Not over here. Stay alert. Eyes on target. 30 meters.
Anyone hear that? Check sectors. Got a visual!
On our own, the IMC might be able to pick us off. That's what they've been trying to do. We're not going to hide and let them come to us. We're going to them. We'll not be alone out there. The IMC thrives on casual indifference of others. They prey on the downtrodden, inviting them to trade all their freedom for a little security.
BT, who is this voice?
This is the commander of the Marauder Corps, a section of the Militia's Special Recon Squadron, or SRS. Her name is Sarah Briggs.
So that we may all enjoy a life on the frontier.
BT, is there anyone alive on this ship?
No. Scans do not detect any life signs within the MCS James McAllen, but 90% of the lifeboats have been ejected. There is still hope.
Our very freedom is at stake. We fight as a unit because we are stronger together. On our own, the IMC might be able to pick us off. That's what they've been trying to do.
flown to salvage Team Gamma. There's a Vanguard-class Titan in the wreckage of the Macallan. Chassis number Bravo Tango 7274. Put it into me, eh? It's a good trophy, that one.
All militia survivors. Would be in your best interest to turn yourselves in. Surely you would agree it is better for
Our location has been compromised.
rather than a roaming prowler in the woods.
Those drones are IMC scouts. Enemy reinforcements will be on their way. We must complete the Neuralink immediately. Please install the final battery. Please embark when ready. Protocol 1. Link to pilot. Establishing neural link. Neural link established. Rifleman Jack Cooper, you are now confirmed as acting pilot of BT-7274. Protocol 2. Uphold the mission. Our orders are to resume Special Operation 217. Rendezvous with Major Anderson of the SRS. I'm detecting incoming enemy forces. Protocol 3. Protect the pilot. Reinitializing critical systems. Vortex shield online. The Vortex shield catches incoming rounds and missiles. Release the button to launch any captured objects back at the enemy. Shoulder-mounted rocket pod will lock onto multiple enemy targets. The longer you hold down the button, the more locks you will achieve. Neuralink complete. Primary weapon control and motion link re-established. Enemy Titanfall detected. We will have to fight our way to safety. Get ready.
You sure about this?
Yes. Trust me.
Militia Titan spotted. Chassis number BT-7274. Taking fire.
Combat effectiveness rating has increased. Pilot, I detect more IMC salvage teams on the way. Our only chance of survival is to uphold our mission of rendezvousing with Major Anderson. Until then, you and I are on our own. Marking your HUD. We must move quickly. We will have to improvise and adapt if we wish to survive.
This is Wallbound 3-2. We're taking heavy casualties down here. Any militia forces, please assist. We've suffered heavy losses. We got a friendly Vanguard class Titan. That BT? Good to see you, Captain. We could use some help. Vanguard class Titan spotted. Moving to engage.
Titan down.
Now you're ticking me off.
First floor. First floor activated. Enemy Titan down.
Enemy Titan spotted. Advance and engage. Perhaps you'd like to surrender.
Warning, detecting hull damage.
You're lucky you're in a Vanguard or you'd have been killed ages ago.
First floor ready. Enemy Titan down. Excessive damage. Warning. Warning. Pilot, this Titan weapon is an advanced design and may give us a tactical advantage.
Great. A new Titan weapon will be useful.
Agreed. The IMC is well equipped with advanced Titan weaponry. They will be most beneficial to our success. Pilot, with the tone loadout, we can lock onto enemies and target them with tracking rockets. This will be useful in direct combat. Salvo core ready. Salvo core. Enemy Titan down. Facility is blocked by a flow regulation gate. There should be a control interface nearby. hostile infantry.
Hazardous waste pumps now filtering. Automated testing facility. Zone 1.
Still after us! Come on! Pilot spotted! Weapons free! Contact! We're under attack! Suspect is taking us out one by one! Open fire!
Pilot, our path through this facility is blocked by a flow regulation gate. There should be a control interface nearby.
Maintenance override engaged. Opening flow regulation gate. Warning. Toxic fumes dispersing in main chamber. Activating control room safety airlock procedures.
Pilot, the safety airlock has sealed you in the control room. You must find another way out. We have no choice but to split up.
Got it. I'll find a way out.
A nearby exit will most likely lead further into the reclamation facility.
sight. Eliminate the remnant fleet forces in the area. Beware of rival factions, but keep your eyes on the prize. Remnant fleet reinforcements inbound.
Hot flame out. Hostile one. Incoming frag! Take cover! Reloading. Target! Pilot spotted!
eliminated. Well on your way to getting your Titan. Nice work, pilot. Stand by for Titanfall.
Our systems are yours. We are more powerful as a team. Enemy pilot attacking. Warning, multiple enemy pilots attacking. Warning, hull is taking excessive damage.
Impressive fighting. We're really winning this thing. Keep it up. Remnant fleet reinforcements inbound. clear of remnant fleet forces. Sector B is clear of remnant fleet forces.
Frag out! Titanfall. Claim the bounty.
Pilot mode online. Critical damage. Seek cover. Warning. Multiple enemy pilots attacking.
Hostile Titan engaged.
Systems are yours. We are more powerful as a team.
Remnant fleet reinforcements inbound. Remnant Fleet forces. Sector B is clear of Remnant Fleet forces. This battle's going well. I've got some talented pilots here. Remnant Fleet forces. Remnant Fleet reinforcements inbound. Sector A is clear of remnant fleet forces. Target inbound. Take it out. Stand by for Titanfall.
Back up! Back up!
Transferring controls to manual operation. Warning, enemy pilot attacking. Critical damage. Advanced defense system. Eject.
Sector A is clear of remnant fleet forces. Nice jump, pilot. Finish the job. Pilot, your Titan is standing by. Call it when ready. Stand by for Titanfall.
Power systems transferred to pilot.
That's a tough way to go.
Engaging enemy Titan. Splitter rifle energized.
Let's pull it together, team.
My systems are yours. We are more powerful as a team. Friendly Titan attacking your target. Titan down. Warning, hostile pilot on hull. Warning, multiple enemy pilots attacking. Warning, hostile pilot on board.
Remnant fleet reinforcements inbound. Scorch out. for your call. Stand by for Titanfall. Got a bounty inbound. Hunt it down and eliminate it.
Transferring controls to manual operation. Critical damage sustained. Advise defensive systems. Your team engaged by multiple enemies.
That's how we solve problems. You're a talented pilot. Show them what you've got. Bring that Titan down. We have claimed that bounty. Keep fighting, pilot. Your Titan's almost ready. Valiant effort, team, but they won this one. War isn't over yet. The frontier is worth every part of this fight. Okay, pilots, let's get this job done.
Look, pilot! Now the odds are in our favor. Target pilot spotted! They're trying to corner us!
Stand by for Titanfall.
Pilot mode online. Critical damage sustained. Advise defensive systems objective.
They'll catch up. Don't lose hope.
Critical damage. Take cover.
every part of this fight. No Titans this time. Take out the enemy pilots. But we can still win this thing. That pilot doesn't stand a chance. Let's pull it together, team. solve problems. Show them what you've got. Eliminate all enemy Titans.
attacking your target. Target eliminated. Well done. Friendly Titan attacking your target. Hostile down. Friendly Titan down. Advise voice machine. Ion laser core activated. Enemy Titan down. Enemy pilot has ejected.
Eliminate all enemy Titans.
Detecting major hull
enemy Titans. All enemy Titans. Don't stand a chance. We're winning big time. Good move, pilot. Eliminate all enemy Titans.
You are being engaged by multiple Titans. Advise defensive systems.
Let's get this job done.
Reinforcements on your 6! Keep it together. Stay in formation. Eyes forward.
We can do this!
Using stim.
Great work. Pilot, your Titan is standing by. Call it when ready. Stand by for Titanfall.
Pilot control initiated. Welcome back. Friendly Titans at your target. Target neutralized. shield. Friendly Titan attacking your target. Enemy Titan eliminated. Friendly Titan attacking your target. Enemy Titan down.
You're doing some good work.
Friendly Titan down. Impressive. Target eliminated. Warning. We have a hostile pilot on board. Hostile pilot KIA.
Nice work, pilot. That's how you do it.
We are back with part 2 of our review. I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay footage of me playing Titanfall 2, both the single player and the multiplayer though. Now that we've gotten basically the pros out, let's talk about the cons of Titanfall 2. And there are only 2 that I could really think of though, at least as far as my playtime with it though, alright? The first one I do want to point out is that in terms of, while multiplayer is fun though, there have been some cases, at least based on my time with the game, where basically there has been some animations and sometimes some glitches in multiplayer. Some of the characters move very odd and just very weird. Again, this is on the PS4. Don't know if this is on Xbox One or PC. Some versions might be different or not, but as far as I know, some of the characters' animation looks just a little bit weird when it comes to their movement though. And there have been some cases where basically I'm in my Titan or something like that and I'm like stuck and I cannot move for maybe a couple seconds or so before I can start moving again. I don't know if that's an issue of where there's server issues or not, but whatever case, there has been some cases where there's been some animation issues and some glitches in some areas though, okay? Has it impacted my playtime with the multiplayer mode? Not really. It hasn't impacted though. It hasn't been widespread or anything like that, but there are some issues I ran into when playing the multiplayer mode in Titanfall 2 though. And finally, last but not least, I will say that while the campaign is fun, unfortunately, it's short though. Okay. It's basically, from what I understand, it's up to 5 to 8 hours, depending on what difficulty you pick, though. All right. So while good, it isn't like what supposedly, from what I understand, Battlefield 1's single-player mode, which is basically acts nothing more than a tutorial from the multiplayer mode. I'm glad it's a full-fledged game. I am a little disappointed it's also short at the same time. I think I would have loved to see a much longer campaign, a much longer single-player mode for Titanfall 2, because I think there's potential to have a really good single-player mode in Titanfall, though, given the way the levels are designed and so on, though. So, I mean, I would have loved to see them make it like even 10 hours or like 10 to 12 hours long. Much like how Doom did, when that was like a 10-hour campaign, though, because there was like a lot of secrets and collectibles to find and all, and I'm a little disappointed that Titanfall 2 unfortunately doesn't have that, which is a shame, because it is a good campaign, though. I will admit it is a good campaign. Story, I mean, it's a bromance between the Titan and the main character, though, so it's a little bit on the cheesy side, but it's not terrible, though, alright, so... And that's really the big two cons I could think of, though, for the game, though. Overall, Titanfall 2 surprised me a little bit. I wasn't going in expecting a lot from it, though, but I did have some enjoyment to it. The multiplayer is surprisingly fun, even though I'm not big on multiplayers, though. I'm glad that there is no season pass or microtransaction, at least for now, though. We don't, again, like I said, we don't know how it's going to be down the road, but for now there isn't. And the campaign, the single-player campaign, is fun, though, and I really enjoyed it, though. It's just a shame that's short, though. I mean, I would have loved for them to do a longer campaign. I mean, you know, like with like maybe a hub world and all that stuff, because I love the platforming in Titanfall 2. I really enjoyed it, though. So I'm hoping that if a Titanfall 3 happens, though, I'm hoping we could have a much lengthier campaign or a much fleshed out story mode in the game, because I really think there's potential right there, though. Oh, and of course, you know, the multiplayer is fun, however, though. Before I end this review, I want to talk about two things I want to bring up, though. The first one is a bit rant on Titanfall, and it's directed towards EA, though, alright? While I applaud EA and Respawn for not bringing a season pass and putting microtransaction in the game for now, though, as I mentioned in my review, though, I do have to make a big criticism towards EA, and that is the way they marketed Titanfall 2, though. They released it around the same time as Battlefield 1, and as some of the reports that have come out, though, the game has not sold as well as people had thought of. And I think this blame, I think, goes on EA's part, though, okay? I think it was a bad move to release this game as close to Battlefield 1 as possible, though. Or even close to, say, Call of Duty, although I'm not a big fan of Call of Duty. Not as much, but not a big fan of it. But I think it was a poor decision on their part. I think they should have either waited or released it a little bit later after Battlefield 1 came out, or, you know, like maybe release it like in January where there isn't a whole lot of new releases. That would have fit perfectly and gotten more sales for the game, though. I just think, though, it was a poor decision on their part to release the game close to Battlefield 1, however, okay? A YouTuber who I'm a fan of, Jim Sterling, aka who does Jimquisition, did a video on this, though. I'll have a link in the description. It's worth taking a look at, though. And finally, the second thing I want to talk about is today I saw the movie Arrival. Okay, my thoughts about that one. And I have to say, it's a good movie. I mean, it is a good movie. It is an alien movie, but it's not in the venue. It's not the same venue of alien movies like, say, Independence Day was, or War of the Worlds, or Battle Los Angeles was, okay? This movie is more, I have to say, a best way to describe it is that it's sort of like, if you're into the classic, you know, Close Encounter of a Third Kind, remember that movie, though? If you're into those kind of movies, that's what this movie feels like, in a way, okay? That doesn't make it a bad thing, though. It's just it's going to depend on your taste, though, in a way. So, but nevertheless, it was still entertaining. The plot was kind of interesting. We got to see what the aliens look like, though. I won't spoil to you what it looks like, but they don't look like, you know, the classic, what we see what aliens look like, you know, the gray with the big heads and the huge eyes and everything like that. But in either case, again, like I said before, if you're expecting this to be like Independence Day or, you know, War of the Worlds or Men in Black or Battle Los Angeles, start lowering your expectation right now, because that's not the kind of movie this is. But if you are a fan of movies like Close Encounter of the Third Kind, though, then this might be a movie for you, though, okay? That's how I feel what Arrival was. So it's worth checking out, though. Don't know if it will do well in the box office, even though it's become 100% certified on Rotten Tomato, which I'm a little annoyed when they do that, though, okay? I mean, I'm sorry. Although I'm not saying Rotten Tomatoes should be taken down, but I don't think Rotten Tomato is the end-all, tell-all. Much like same thing with Metacritic as well, though. So overall, it's an enjoyable movie. It's worth taking a look at when you get a chance, though. All right, we'll see how well it does at the box office, though. Anyway, this concludes my video review of. Let me get it out. Titanfall 2 and my thoughts on, you know, Arrival, and of course my rant on EA's marketing on Titanfall 2. And again, these are my opinion, but what are yours though? Are you enjoying Titanfall 2? Are you not enjoying it though? Do you think single player campaign was actually good? Did you hate it though? Was the multiplayer improvement from the first one you may have played, or not? Don't really see any difference whatsoever? Are you glad it didn't add a season pass or a microtransaction though? Or do you think that would have not been an issue for you whatsoever? Again, do you think the campaign should have been longer than the 5 to 8 hours supposedly though? Or do you think the campaign is just fine where it is? Do you think EA marketed this game correctly, or do you think they screwed it up, releasing it this close to Battlefield 1? And finally, the movie Arrival. Did you see it though? Did you enjoy it? Did you like it? Did you didn't like it though? What are your thoughts about that movie as well? Anyway, sound off on the comments below. Let me know what you think though. I hope you hit the like button. I would appreciate it if you do. And I hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel though, alright? Anyway, it's evening in Southern California though. Let's get ready for bed soon. And I will see you again next time when I do another video. Hopefully that will be soon. But until then, from Southern California, I wish you all out there a good evening. Bye!